how to make these bouncy curls. Kind of imperfect, but it looks put together. Watch this video. I teach you how to do this. I'm also teaching how or telling you a story about my experience as a single Filipina OFW. Meron akong mga aral na matututunan nyo at mga kwento. So, kung nagpapalipas ka ng oras, panoorin mo itong video na to and I hope that you enjoy. Hello! In today's video, we're going to curl our hair. And also, this is requested by one of my friends. Her name is going to be in this side of the screen. She wants me to tell you guys, tell her a story time of paano ba ang experience ko as a single Filipina, like an OFW Filipina. So I want to tell you about my experiences and what I learned, and hopefully it can help you too habang nagkukulot tayo ng buhok, okay? So, let's get started. Okay, so first, I blow-dried my hair. Hindi masyadong bonggang blow hair katulad ng mga salon. Tamang ano lang, pinatuyo ko lang. So, yung hair ko is this long, just above my nipple area. About a year ago, I decided to cut my hair. I regretted it because I love long hair. So, yung buhok natin, mga besh, pagka try mo yung buhok mo, meron siyang naturally hati na kung saan siya nagpo-flow. So, yung sa akin, dito sa gilid. Hindi masyadong gitna, hindi masyadong gilid. If you want your hair to just look as natural as it is, just follow kung saan siya talagang it goes on the part on its own. But if you want your hair to be a little bit voluminous, you know, like ang dami niyang buhok, ganda-ganda ng hair ni ateng. So, ano mo, yung pabaliktad na hati ng buhok. So, see the difference. Here, it's very like, ganda pa, ganun. Paglipad dito, medyo flat, ganyan, no, Virgin Mary. But, so today I want to be Virgin Mary. But if I want to be like, sa asawa ko, hello. ganyan ang aura ni ateng. Okay, so balik tayo doon sa natural lang. So, hanapin natin, hindi siya magiging straight. So, normal yan, normal na tao ka. Wala kang glam team, sariling sikap, katulad ko. So, normally, sa side na to, medyo mas makapal siya. Dito sa side na to, medyo mas manipis siya. Kasi ganun yung hati. Ngayon, ang problema ng makapal ng buhok at mahabang buhok is nakakangalay. Pag ikaw lang mag-isa, yung gumagawa. Ang advice ko is mag-reserve ka ng enerhiya para dito sa harapan. Yan, ganyan. Kasi ito yung nakikita. Ito yung nakikita ng tao. Ito, background lang, ganyan. So, medyo huwag ka masyadong mag-exert ng effort. Saktong effort lang. Okay? So, magsisimula na tayo. And while I'm telling you, while I'm making kulot of my hair, kwento ko sa iyo ang nangyari nung unang panahon ng unang lipad ko sa US. Okay? So, what I do, I divide my hair and I typically begin dito sa mas marami. Pakita ko sa iyo. Ang pagkuha ko ng strand ng buhok, kita ba? Ang pagkuha ko ng strand ng buhok, hindi yung dito. Parang pag ganyan siya. Makikita mo, parang, tingnan mo, yung bang, hindi yung line dito. Hindi yung isang line na pag ganyan. So, medyo pag ganyan. So, makikita, hindi nakita. Medyo pag ganyan. So, makikita mo, ganyan yung hati niya. Okay? Gets mo? Pag hindi, message ka lang. FaceTime tayo. Charot. So, unahin natin dito sa baba kasi medyo hindi ko siya e-effortan. Tsaka, tinatest ko kung gaano kainit na yung plancha dito na sa ilalim. Simulan na tayo magkulot, tapos magsimula na ako magkwento. Okay? Unang strand, hindi ako gumagamit ng mga heat protector because I feel like my hair is it absorbs the product so much that it builds up. And it becomes heavy, it becomes very greasy. And I don't really wash my hair every day because I am prone to hair dry. I protect the color because mahal magpakulay. If I wash it too often, the color just fades away so easier. So this much I get, and then this is my curling iron. It's the extra long curling iron. And it's, I believe this is the 1.5 thickness. I like it thick. So long and thick is my preference. This time, what I will do, the tip of the hair, hindi siya kulot. So I will leave a little bit of space sa bottom. So this is hard. I haven't done this without a mirror. So I will always look at the screen kasi ayoko mapasok. So i-curl ko siya away from my face. And then I will let it sit for like 2 to 3 seconds. Okay? And then be careful because it's really hot. And then I will just let it go. Okay? So it's not super curly. It's just bent. And that's how I prefer it. Sa mga ilalim. So, I'll tell you the story now. So back in 2011 or 2010, I went to Chicago. Initially, it was for a 1-year assignment. I was not expecting to marry an American. If you don't know, I'm married to an American. I wasn't expecting to become a resident of the US, okay? When I went to Chicago, I already know that Chicago it has 4 seasons, meaning it may winter, spring, summer, or fall. So I also know that I need to buy winter clothes to bring with me. And this is one thing that nobody told me what to do and how to do it. I thought, so before I was a size extra small, 00P. I'm not small anymore. But before I will buy coats na same ng size ko. So kung small ako, bibiling ko coat, small din. Walang nagsabi sa akin na pag bibili ka ng coat, baka ikaw alam mo, ako hindi ko alam. Pag bibili ka ng coat, dapat 1 or 2, at least 2 sizes na mataas. Kasi mag-layer ka sa loob eh. Kumbaga hindi naman yun yung wardrobe mo, di ba? My number 1 tip, if you're buying winter clothes, if you're going to a place that has winter and it's cold, buy a coat that is 2 sizes bigger than your actual size. You will thank me later. You will not waste your money. Okay. If you notice, I'm focusing on the bottom ones for now because I really don't pay that much attention. Like I curl them, but I know that it will not be at the forefront of what other people will see. Okay, so when I went to the US, hindi ko alam na kailangan pala na ganon. So one time I got to the office and I was wearing a freaking like wool top. And then meron pa akong pa-scarf na ganyan. Eh hindi ko alam, I didn't realize it that inside the office, may heater sa loob ng office. So syempre, hindi ganun kalamig. So init na init ang lola mo. So yun yung pangalawa kong advice sa'yo is plan to layer clothes. So dapat yung layer mo, 2 or 3. Anong ibig ko sabihin? Pinaka-layer mo, unang layer mo sa katawan is yung komportable ka na isuot kahit na may heater. So, parang hindi ka naman mainitan. Tapos, yung pangalawang layer is yung medyo light na jacket na isusuot mo kapag medyo giniginaw ka na. And then, yung pangatlong layer mo is yung heavy coat mo na susuot sa labas kapag lalabas ka, kakain kayo sa labas, o kaya you're gonna have to walk to a public transportation or to your car. Alright, so now you notice I am now at the top. Now I'm going to really focus on how this one looks like. Getting this much or maybe this much. Depends on how much time that you have. And then, alam ko, when you're going to other countries, you may be so tempted to take with you everything that you own. But resist on doing that because you will end up buying more things when you move to another country. So just bring 1 or 2 weeks worth, maybe like 7 days worth of work clothes. So notice that I left it much longer. This is how it looks like. 1 week of work clothes, 1 week of pants, 1 week of underwear. So plan to do laundry on a Friday. Tapos may 2 kang set pa on the weekend just in case hindi ka makapaglaba agad. Because eventually you will buy more things and you don't want to accumulate a lot of things that eventually will just crowd up your space. This is the hardest for me because I'm a single woman when I went to the US and I didn't know how to drive. I knew nothing about how to set up my own electricity. I didn't drive, and their transportation system, they are more on trains, and then you have to like walk and ride the bus. And yes, you can accomplish things that way, but for a 30-minute car ride, it will take you 90 minutes to get where you are. So it's not really a good use of time. And because of this, I had to learn how to trust other people to drive me to places that I've never been. And usually, you're lucky if you find another woman to do that with you and do that for you. Pero for a single girl, single woman, usually the help that she'll find are men. And men can take it the wrong way, that you might be interested with them, or there are just purely mapang-abusong tao. You have to be able to trust, but also trust your intuition. Kung feeling mo something is wrong, then something is wrong. Don't let other people tell you you're just being naive or you're just being very mapanghinala. Trust mo yung sarili mo kasi the only person you can trust is yourself. That's my advice. And trusting someone, ibang nationality, ibang kinalakihan, ibang kultura, it actually takes a lot of guts and a lot of trial and error. And I said this in my previous video where I was talking about how to glow up. You will see it here. Watch it if you haven't. You need to be okay making mistakes. Now, these are the things that when you make mistakes, it's kind of fatal. Hindi siya yung basta-bastang mistake. So, paano gagawin mo? Kung natatakot ka, wala kang mapagkatiwalaan, I advise you would go to your boss or go to someone like an authority, call them and tell them that you are having a problem with this. Ask them what you can do and they will help you, especially if you ask nicely, if you prove to them that you're not a bad person. Story time. So before I went to Chicago, ang unang state na nilandingan ko when I was 24 years old is, so this is the part where it frames your face, and I don't really like to curl it that much. So I will curl it a little bit, pero hindi yung super curl. So konting curl lang siya, parang sa ilalim. So konti, and then i-release ko na siya agad. Okay? So medyo curl lang siya ganyan, parang hindi masyadong nag-effort. Okay, so one time I was in Denver. This was the first ever state I went to in the US. And I didn't know how to dress in a winter. That's the first thing that I told you about is how to dress in winter. Because growing up in the Philippines, I never really have to worry about the temperature. It's always just hot and humid. The only thing that I have to worry about is whether is it raining or is it not. Is it wet or dry season? That's all I had to worry about, and I didn't know how to deal with winter. So one time I was brave enough or stupid enough to tell my car ride at that time, a carpool. So I will curl this away from my face. And so I said, you know what? You're fine. You don't have to give me a ride. You don't have to wait for me. I'll just walk. And it seems super close. But really it's not. It's like 2 miles away from the office. And I was only wearing like a very thin like sports jacket. Like yung mga hindi masyadong panglamig ba. So, mga 6 p.m., lumabas ako, lakad, ganyan. Ang lamig. Ang lamig-lamig. Sobra, hindi ko na kinakaya. Hindi ko na maramdaman yung aking toe. And then, di ba sa Pilipinas, mga building naman, hindi naman sinasara, di ba? So, takbo ko sa isang building, ganyan. Tapos binubuksan ko yung pintuan. Nakasara, nakalock. Tapos yung guard, lumapit sa akin, sabi, "Hey miss, why are you opening the door?" And I said, "I'm so cold, I just need to call my friend because it's so cold and I don't have a ride." And at first, of course, he didn't trust me. So this is a big security guard. Imagine me, I'm 5 feet. way smaller than I was. And then sabi niya, I can't let you in because we close the doors at 6 and it's security purposes. And I go, yeah, I understand. I understand that. And so I tried calling my roommate, Madonna, and she was not answering because she was having her dinner at the hot tub and she was not picking up. So I was there calling and almost dying. And Mr. Security Guard, he finally said, okay, young lady, you can come in, get your purse. So that's the first time I heard the word purse. Because in the Philippines, we use purse sa para siya sa, di ba, sa coin wallet, ganyan. So, coin purse. So, yung purse pala, ibig sabihin, bag. So, get your purse and then come in. I remember him, he's really kind. And he said, all right, come in here and call your friend. So, warm up a little bit. And I did. And then, it's like 30 minutes, wala pa rin nasagot. So, sabi niya, so no one's coming to pick you up? Sabi ko, walang nasagot sa mga friends ko. Luckily, I always had my passports and my visa and even the apartment lease with me at that time. Ito yung unang beses akong salta sa Amerika. So, lagi kong dala yung mga dokumento ko, no? Kasi ayokong ma-deport. So, pinakita ko lahat. Sabi ko, ito yung visa ko, ito yung passport ko, ito yung address ko dito sa Denver, dito yung apartment complex ko. I just really need a ride. And then, hinanapan niya ako ng maghatid sa akin. So, meron pang isang empleyado ron, babae, matandang babae, siguro mga age ng 40 years old. Andun pa, hindi pa nauwi. Kinausap niya yung babae, tapos yung babae naman pumayag. Ang ginawa niya, na-gets ko, sinamahan niya kami sa parking lot. So, winock niya kami dun sa car nung babae. Tapos yung babae, nakita ko yung lease ko, lahat-lahat. Tapos sinatid niya ako. So, ang point of the story is, may mga taong handang tumulong sa'yo as long as ipakita mo na trustworthy ka. So, yung time na yon, I was a fob, like fresh off the boat, and I didn't know anything. And it was just so nice that you can trust people if you just show them how trustworthy you are. Not like think about them as somebody who wants to hurt you. So that was my story, how I trusted people, how my good story na may mga good Samaritan talaga sa ibang bansa. Pero also a funny story kung paano ang kaignorantehan ko affected me and had put me in that situation. That was a mistake, but also, I learned from it. And that's what I'm saying, allowing yourself to make mistakes. Another thing that I want to tell you about is the dating culture I will talk about the US, because this is what I know, and this is the culture shock that I had when I decided that I'm ready to date in the US. So, sa Pilipinas, ang experience natin, di ba? Liligawan ka, yung intention talaga namang super clear. Liligawan kita para maging girlfriend, ganyan. At least yun yung naranasan ko, ha. Medyo matanda na ang lola mo. Pero sa US, hindi pala ganon. So, mag-date kayo, tapos, o kaya i-invite ka sa lunch, ganyan. Hindi mo alam kung ano yung intention nung tao sa'yo. So, yun yung dating culture nila. So, date ka nila, tapos, kung medyo okay, date pa uli. Ang pinaka nakakalito sa akin is when guys were trying to take me home. I never had that experience before. That I didn't know how to deal with guys trying to take me home. I wasn't ready to move on to that level of the relationship. They would ask me things like, do you wanna come by my place? Hindi ko alam kung anong ibig sabihin nun. Ang ibig sabihin pala nun, invitation siya na mag-sex kayo or, do something more than just having dinner. So, that's why I'm educating you young girls out there na laking Pinas, laking conservative, tapos biglang pagdating mo sa US. Eh, nung time na yun, wala pang internet, may internet na, pero hindi yung tipong, hindi pa ganun kabongga, kumbaga. Dapat ready ka, paano ka makikipag-deal dun sa kapag may taong, gusto makipag-sex sa'yo, tapos, nahihiya ka kasi Pilipino ka, na feeling mo hindi ka makapag-no dito sa taga-bansa na yon. So, nahihiya ka na baka, baka ipa-deport ako, ganyan. So, dapat alam mo kung paano ka sasagot sa mga invitation na, uwi tayo, ganyan, Netflix and chill, chorba. Be familiar with the dating culture kung saan ka man pupunta. Sa ibang bansa, hindi ko alam kung ganun yung dating culture. Sa US, ganun yung dating culture nila. Kung naghanap ka ng boyfriend, kung naghanap ka ng forever mo, dapat handa ka sumagot or makapag-deal sa ganun. May question ka about dating sa ibang bansa, just message me. I know a lot about dating. I met my husband sa online dating space. You will see that on my first video in this channel. Doon kami nag-meet. I dated a lot of American. It was a good time for me because I got to know who I am. I got to know what I like. It gave me permission to have a mindset outside of what I grew up in, and that's really good for me. So that's it. That's my experience as a single Filipino OFW in the US. I hope you got some of my tips. But before I go, I want to show you. Okay, so I leave it hanggang sa maging to cool down. So after that, I scrunch it up. Scrunch up ko siya ganyan, gently, kasi ayaw mo naman na magkaroon ng split ends. So, ganyan. Tapos, ang ginagawa ko, medyo pinapagpag ko lang siya. Pagpag method ba, besh? Pagpag method mo siyang ganyan, tapos minsan ginaganyan-ganyan ko siya. Tapos, ayan na, medyo susuklayin mo siyang ganyan ng hands mo. Minsan may oil ako, minsan hindi ko nilalagyan ng oil. Depende sa klima. Kapag mainit, kapag humid, huwag ka na maglagay ng oil kasi yung humidity ang magte-take care niyan. So, ayan ang kulot ng buhok. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that I will see you again, guys, next time. Bye!